The massive space station hung like a jeweled spider in the darkness of space. Inside its gleaming halls, 12 of the most powerful beings in the galaxy gathered around a circular table. Each member of the Galactic Council represented an empire that spanned hundreds of worlds. Their meeting today would decide the fate of a small blue planet in a quiet arm of the galaxy. "Show us this Earth again," demanded the council leader, his metallic voice echoing through the chamber. A hologram appeared above the table, displaying a slowly rotating image of Earth. "Such a primitive world," said one council member, their crystalline form reflecting the blue light of the hologram. "They still burn fossil fuels. Their space vessels barely reach their own moon." "And yet," added another, their tentacles waving dismissively, "they sit upon vast deposits of rare minerals. Their oceans contain enough heavy elements to power our fleets for centuries." The council leader zoomed in on various cities across Earth's surface. "Most interesting is their divided nature. Look, hundreds of separate nations, countless different languages, endless conflicts among themselves." A chorus of laughs echoed through the chamber. "They will be easy to conquer," declared a member whose body was wreathed in crackling energy. "We offer them technology, promise them unity and peace among their kind. Then, when they are dependent on our gifts, we strike." Far away, in a hidden bunker deep beneath the Rocky Mountains, Admiral Marcus Stone stared at data streaming across his screens. The quantum sensors he had secretly installed at the edge of the solar system were picking up unusual energy signatures. He had fought in enough wars to know what a gathering invasion force looked like. "Get me the president," he ordered his aide, "and contact the other members of the Space Defense Council. Tell them it's happening, just like we predicted." Back in the council chamber, the members were voting on Earth's fate. One by one, they pressed their hands to glowing panels before them. 12 votes for conquest. 12 empires claiming their share of Earth's resources. 12 signatures on humanity's death warrant. "The vote is unanimous," declared the council leader. "Earth will be conquered, its resources divided equally among our empires. Send the diplomatic teams. Let them begin laying the groundwork for our arrival." But even as the council celebrated their decision, things were happening on Earth that none of them could have predicted. In underground bases across the planet, quantum computers more advanced than anything the council possessed were decoding alien transmissions. In hidden shipyards beneath the ocean and inside hollowed-out mountains, humanity's real space fleet waited. Ships built with technology reverse-engineered from crashed alien vessels over the past century. Admiral Stone walked through one such facility, watching as workers applied the finishing touches to spacecraft that would give even the Council's mighty fleets pause for thought. Humanity had known this day would come. They had prepared in secret, maintaining a facade of primitive technology, while advancing far beyond what any alien race suspected possible. "Status report," he barked, approaching his command center. "Sir, we're tracking 12 large fleets moving into position at the edges of our solar system," his tactical officer reported. "Just as you predicted, one from each empire." Stone allowed himself a grim smile. The aliens thought they were being clever, diplomatic, hiding their true intentions behind a mask of peace and friendship. They didn't realize that humanity had been wearing masks of their own for decades. "Let them come," he muttered, watching the alien ships on his display. "Let them think we're primitive and divided. When they learn the truth, it will be too late." In the council chamber, the 12 most powerful beings in the galaxy congratulated themselves on their cunning plan. None of them realized they had just made the biggest mistake in their empire's histories. They thought they were voting to dominate Earth. Instead, they had voted for their own destruction. The stage was set. Humanity's moment of revelation approached, and Admiral Stone intended to make sure it would be a revelation the galaxy would never forget. The alien ships arrived on a sunny Tuesday morning. They appeared over every major city on Earth, their sleek forms gleaming in the sunlight. People stopped in the streets to stare up at them, phones recording the moment humanity officially made first contact with alien life. In Washington, D.C., the Council's diplomatic team stepped out of their ship onto the White House lawn. Their leader, tall and elegant with shimmering silver skin, smiled at the gathered crowd of reporters and officials. "We come in peace," the alien diplomat announced, their translator converting their musical language into perfect English. "We are representatives of the Galactic Council, and we bring gifts of knowledge and technology to our human brothers and sisters." Admiral Stone watched the broadcast from his command center, his jaw clenched tight. Next to him, his most trusted analyst worked at decoding more intercepted alien transmissions. "Sir," the analyst called out, "we've decoded another message. They're coordinating supply line positions, planning military staging areas in our solar system." Stone nodded grimly. "Keep monitoring. Record everything. Let's see just how deep their lies go." The next few weeks saw a flurry of diplomatic activity. The aliens shared medical technology that cured several diseases. They provided plans for cleaner energy sources. World leaders were invited to tour their ships, each returning more impressed than the last. But in secret facilities around the world, human quantum computers continued decoding the truth behind the alien sweet words. Every gift of technology came with hidden backdoors. Every diplomatic meeting was followed by secret messages about human military capabilities and strategic locations. "They're mapping out our defenses," Stone reported to the Emergency Defense Council. "Every piece of technology they give us contains tracking devices and kill switches. They think they're being clever." The council members, representing Earth's most powerful nations, listened intently. Unlike the divided world the aliens saw on the surface, this group had worked together in secret for decades. "How long until they make their move?" asked one of the council members. "Based on their communications, 3 months," Stone replied. "They want to establish more diplomatic outposts first. Really military staging areas. They think we can't detect their real ships gathering at the edge of our system." In public, humanity played its role perfectly. World leaders squabbled over access to alien technology. Countries threatened each other over perceived advantages in alien trade deals. The aliens watched with satisfaction as their plan to divide and conquer seemed to work perfectly. But deep underground, Earth's real technology continued to advance. The aliens' generous gifts were studied, improved upon, and rebuilt without the hidden traps. Earth's secret fleet grew stronger, incorporating new innovations the aliens never imagined possible. "Look at them," the alien diplomatic leader said to his team as they watched another staged argument between nations at the UN. "So easily manipulated, so eager to turn against each other for a few trinkets of technology." In his hidden command center, Admiral Stone watched the alien leader's speech through secret cameras. On his screens, the latest intelligence showed the alien invasion fleet growing larger by the day. But Stone wasn't worried. Earth's hidden fleet was ready. Their planetary shields were operational. Most importantly, the aliens still believed their deception was working. "Send the latest fleet positions to all command centers," Stone ordered. "And get me Director Roberts from Intelligence. It's time to start the next phase." The aliens thought they were masters of deception, expertly manipulating a primitive species. They didn't realize that humanity had learned the art of deception long ago. And very soon, they would learn just how dangerous it was to underestimate Earth. In 3 months, the galaxy would learn an important lesson. Sometimes the best deception is letting your enemy believe their deception is working. The alien attack began at dawn. Thousands of warships dropped out of faster-than-light travel around Earth. Their weapons powered up, ready to destroy Earth's primitive defenses. The council leader watched from his command ship, expecting an easy victory. "Send the demand for surrender," he ordered. "Let them see our true power before we strike." The message played on every screen and device on Earth. "Surrender now. Your planet is surrounded. Resistance is pointless. You have 1 hour to submit to Galactic Council rule." In his command center, Admiral Stone allowed himself a small smile. "Are all defense stations ready?" "Yes, sir," his tactical officer replied. Shield network is charged and waiting. Hidden fleet is in position. All we need is your command." The aliens watched with amusement as Earth's hour ticked away. They saw no movement from the primitive ships near the planet. No sign of defensive systems powering up. Nothing but silence. "Their hour is up," the council leader announced. "Begin the attack. Show them the price of defiance." Alien warships fired their weapons. Beams of energy and waves of missiles streaked toward Earth. The council leader waited to see cities burn, to watch humanity's quick defeat. Instead, 50 kilometers above Earth's surface, the impossible happened. A shimmering blue barrier appeared. The aliens' weapons splashed harmlessly against it. A shield that wasn't supposed to exist had just stopped their entire first wave of attacks. "Impossible," the council leader shouted. "They don't have shield technology." "Our spies confirmed it." "Sir," an alien officer called out in panic. "Unknown ships appearing behind our fleet. From the dark side of the moon. From hidden bases on Mars. From the shadows of asteroids. Earth's real fleet emerged. Ships that matched or exceeded alien technology in every way. Vessels that had been built and hidden over decades of secret preparation. All ships engage the enemy." Stone commanded. "Show them what humanity's really capable of." The battle that followed shocked the alien fleet. Human ships moved with impossible speed and precision. Their weapons cut through alien shields using technologies the Council didn't even know existed. Worse, the humans seemed to know exactly where to hit them, targeting weak points in their ship designs with deadly accuracy. "How?" the Council leader demanded as another wave of his ships exploded. "How do they have this technology? How do they know our weaknesses?" The answer came in a transmission from Admiral Stone, broadcast on all frequencies. "Did you really think those diplomatic ships you sent were the only ones studying their enemies? We've been examining your crashed ships and intercepting your transmissions for 100 years. Thanks for the technology lessons." The alien fleet tried to regroup, to mount a counterattack. But Earth's ships had positioned themselves perfectly, cutting off all retreat paths. The planetary shield they'd hidden for so long now trapped the aliens in Earth's gravity well, preventing escape through faster-than-light travel. "Sir," Stone's tactical officer reported, "enemy fleet is in disarray. They're taking heavy losses. Several ships are trying to surrender." Stone nodded. "Accept surrenders from any ship that powers down weapons. The rest." He paused, watching as another alien vessel exploded. "The rest can learn why you don't underestimate humans." By sunset, the battle was over. The mighty alien invasion fleet lay in ruins. Captured alien officers watched in shock as human crews easily operated their advanced technology, proving just how badly the Council had underestimated Earth's capabilities. The Council leader, now a prisoner on his own command ship, faced Admiral Stone in person. "How long?" he asked bitterly. "How long have you been preparing for this?" Stone's answer was simple. "Longer than you've been watching us. Here's your first lesson about humans. We're really good at playing the long game." The first battle was over, but Stone knew this was just the beginning. The Council had 11 more empires to send against Earth, and humanity was ready for all of them. 2 weeks after Earth's victory over the first invasion fleet, Admiral Stone stood before the Emergency Defense Council with a bold plan. "We can't wait for them to attack us again," he said, pointing to a map of known alien territories. "The Council has 11 more empires. We need to strike first." The Council members looked at the map showing hundreds of alien worlds. Stone pushed a button, and several key points lit up in red. "These are their main supply bases," he explained. "They fuel their ships here. They store their weapons there. We hit these points. We cripple their ability to attack Earth." Commander James Wilson, Earth's best tactical officer, stepped forward. "I study their patrol patterns. Their supply lines have gaps. Big ones. They never expected anyone to attack them." The plan was approved within an hour. Operation Thunderbolt would begin. 3 days later, Commander Wilson led the first strike. His ships appeared near an alien fuel depot at the edge of their space. The alien guards there had never seen combat. They had grown lazy, comfortable in their empire's power. They never saw Wilson's attack coming. "All ships, fire on my mark," Wilson ordered. His fleet had adapted Earth's stealth technology to hide from alien sensors. "Remember your training. Hit hard, hit fast, then jump out." The alien depot exploded in a massive fireball. By the time reinforcements arrived, Wilson's ships were long gone, leaving behind only destruction and confusion. Similar attacks happened across alien space. Earth's ships struck like lightning, destroying vital supplies and vanishing before the aliens could respond. The Council's mighty empires had never faced an enemy who fought like this. Impossible. The Council leader raged from his prison cell on Earth. "Your ships can't move that fast between stars. The distances are too great." Admiral Stone smiled at the alien leader. "You'd be surprised what humans can do when we're motivated. Your empires made faster than light travel complicated. We found a simpler way." Back in space, Commander Wilson prepared for his boldest attack yet. His target, the main shipyard of the largest alien empire. "Their shields are based on deflecting energy weapons," Wilson told his crew. "So we won't use energy weapons. Old-fashioned kinetic strikes will do just fine." His ships appeared above the shipyard. Before the aliens could raise their precious energy shields, Wilson's fleet launched hundreds of simple metal rods. Accelerated to near light speed, these primitive weapons tore through the aliens' advanced shipyard like paper. "Humans are so primitive," an alien admiral had once said. Now those words came back to haunt them as humanity's primitive solutions smashed through their best defenses. Each victory brought more alien technology for Earth to study. Each captured base revealed new secrets about the Council's empires. And with each passing day, humanity's forces grew stronger. "Sir," a junior officer reported to Admiral Stone, "Commander Wilson's fleet just destroyed their third shipyard this week. The aliens are pulling their forces back, trying to protect their core worlds." Stone nodded with satisfaction. "Good. Let them run. Let them feel what it's like to be hunted." In their Grand Council chamber, now eerily empty, the remaining council members faced an uncomfortable truth. They had voted to dominate Earth, thinking humans were primitive and weak. Instead, they had awakened a sleeping giant. "How do we stop them?" one council member asked in fear. The answer came as more human ships appeared in their space. Commander Wilson's voice broadcast on all frequencies. "You don't stop us. You surrendered that chance when you voted to attack Earth. Now it's our turn to vote. And we vote for payback." The Council's empires had ruled the galaxy through fear and advanced technology. Now they learned a harsh lesson. Sometimes the most dangerous enemy is the one you dismiss as primitive. And humanity was done being dismissed. 1 month into humanity's counterattack, cracks began to show in the mighty Galactic Council. In an emergency meeting, the leaders of the 11 remaining empires argued among themselves. "We must unite all our fleets," demanded one council member. "Their metallic skin, dull with fear. Attack Earth with everything we have." "Your last united attack failed completely," another member shot back. "My empire will not waste more ships on your foolish plans." Dr. Anna Reed, Earth's chief diplomat, watched these arguments through intercepted transmissions. She sat in her office at the United Earth Command, drinking coffee and taking notes. "Admiral Stone," she called over the comm system, "I think it's time to make our move. The Council is splitting apart. 2 of the empires are ready to break away." Stone's response was quick. "Do it. Offer them what we discussed." The next day, representatives from 2 alien empires secretly arrived on Earth. They came in simple transport ships, trying to avoid detection by their former allies. "Welcome to Earth," Dr. Reed greeted them in the underground meeting room. "I believe we have much to discuss about the future." The alien diplomats were nervous. They had seen what happened to the first invasion fleet. They had watched Commander Wilson's forces tear through their defenses like paper. "We wish to negotiate peace," the first diplomat said. "Our empire has no wish to continue this war." Dr. Reed smiled. "Peace is possible, but we require more than just an end to fighting. We want information. Everything you know about the other empire's weaknesses." The aliens agreed quickly. They had seen enough of humanity's strength to know they didn't want to be enemies anymore. Meanwhile, in space, more problems hit the remaining council members. Their slave species, races they had conquered long ago, were rebelling. News of Earth's victories had spread, giving hope to these oppressed peoples. "My workers are refusing to maintain our warships," one council member reported in panic. "They say if humans can defeat us, they can too." Stone received this news with satisfaction. "Send the rebel groups our combat data," he ordered his staff. "Show them exactly how we beat the Council's best defenses." The Council tried to maintain control, but more cracks appeared every day. Their perfect unity was shattering. 2 more empires sent secret messages to Earth, asking for peace talks. Dr. Reed worked tirelessly, meeting with alien diplomats. Each empire that switched sides gave Earth more intelligence, more technology, more advantages against those who still fought. "Tell us about their primary defense stations," she asked one alien diplomat. "And their patrol routes," added Commander Wilson, who joined some meetings. "Their emergency protocols." The aliens told them everything. Fear of Earth's forces and hope for good treatment motivated them to share their deepest secrets. In their Grand Council chamber, now half empty, the remaining council members faced hard truths. Their mighty alliance was falling apart. Their enemies grew stronger every day. "Earth's agents are everywhere," one member reported fearfully. "They're using our own communication networks against us. Our codes are broken. Our plans leaked." Stone reviewed the latest reports with satisfaction. The council thought unity was their strength, he told his officers. They never imagined their unity could become their weakness. Dr. Reed finished another round of negotiations late that night. 5 empires have now signed peace treaties, she reported to Stone. 2 more are close to agreeing. "The council is dying, Admiral." "Good," Stone replied. "Let them learn another lesson about humanity. We don't just defeat our enemies. We break them completely." The mighty Galactic Council had voted as one to conquer Earth. Now that unity was their undoing, as Earth picked them apart one empire at a time. News of Earth's victory spread like wildfire across the galaxy. On hundreds of worlds, slave species that had served the Council for centuries began to rise up. They had watched humans defeat their masters. Now they wanted their freedom too. "Another rebellion has started in the Third Empire's mining worlds," reported Dr. Reed during the morning briefing. "The workers have taken control of 3 major spaceports." Admiral Stone studied the galactic map, where red dots showed each new uprising. "Send them the weapons plans they requested, and Commander Wilson's tactical guides." Earth had become a beacon of hope for oppressed species everywhere. The Council had ruled through fear and advanced technology, but humans had shown that even the most advanced technology could be beaten. On a distant mining world, alien workers fought their former masters using Earth's tactics. They used simple tools as weapons, just as humans had used simple metal rods to destroy advanced shipyards. They struck fast and disappeared, just as Commander Wilson had taught them. The humans freed themselves. Their leader told his people, "We can do the same." The remaining council members watched in horror as their empire crumbled. 7 empires had already signed peace treaties with Earth. Their slave species were revolting. Their mighty fleets were being destroyed. "We must attack Earth now," one council member demanded. "Use everything we have left." "Attack with what?" Another shot back. "Half our fleet crews have mutinied. Our best weapons factories are destroyed. Face the truth. We've lost." Admiral Stone received an urgent message from one of Earth's new allies. The Council is moving their remaining forces to defend their capital station. They're abandoning outlying systems to protect their core worlds. Stone smiled. This was exactly what he had been waiting for. Tell Commander Wilson to prepare his fleet. And get me Dr. Reed. It's time for our final move. Wilson's fleet gathered near Jupiter, hidden from alien sensors. His ships now included crews from former slave species, eager to fight their old masters. They had learned human tactics well. Remember your training, Wilson told his mixed crew of humans and aliens. Hit their weak points, use their size against them, and most importantly, show no mercy to those who showed none to you. The attack began at midnight, Earth time. Wilson's fleet appeared suddenly near the Council's capital station. But this time, they weren't alone. Ships crewed by freed slave species jumped in from all directions. This is Commander Wilson to all ships, his voice broadcast across the fleet. The Council thought they could enslave the galaxy forever. Today we proved them wrong. The battle was fierce but one-sided. The Council's remaining forces fought desperately, but they were surrounded and outnumbered. Their own former slaves knew all their tactics, all their weaknesses. On Earth, Stone watched the battle unfold. Send in the second wave, he ordered. Let's finish this. More ships jumped into the battle. The combined fleets of the 7 empires that had made peace with Earth. They had chosen the winning side, and now they proved their loyalty by helping destroy their former allies. The Council's main defense ring is down, Wilson reported. Their capital station is defenseless. Stone's reply was simple. Take it. The Council members who had once voted to enslave Earth now watched in terror as human ships docked with their station. Their mighty empire, which had ruled the galaxy for centuries, was about to fall to the very species they had dismissed as primitive. Perhaps, one Council member said bitterly, we should have taken a different vote that day. The revolution that Earth had started was nearly complete. The galaxy would never be the same again. The Council's capital station hung silent in space, its once mighty defenses now broken. Inside its Grand Council chamber, Earth's forces had gathered for the final act of this war. Admiral Stone stood where the Council leader had once stood, looking down at the defeated Council members. You had a choice, Stone told them. When you discovered Earth, you could have offered real friendship. Instead, you chose conquest. Now you face the consequences. Dr. Reed stepped forward with documents in her hand. These are the terms of your surrender. They are not negotiable. The terms were harsh but fair. The Council would be disbanded. Their empires would free all slave species. Earth would oversee the creation of a new galactic alliance, where all species would have equal voices. You expect us to just give up everything? One Council member asked bitterly. Our empires ruled for centuries. And now they don't. Commander Wilson replied simply. He stood by the chamber's entrance, his battle armor still showing marks from the final fight. You can sign willingly, or we can continue destroying your worlds one by one. Choose. They chose to sign. One by one, the remaining Council members pressed their hands to the documents. Each signature marked the end of an empire that had fought itself eternal. Each mark admitted that they had been wrong about humanity. Send the message, Stone ordered when the last signature was recorded. Let everyone know it's done. Across the galaxy, ships broadcast the news. The Council had fallen. Earth had won. A new age was beginning. On 1,000 worlds, former slaves celebrated their freedom. Species that had served the Council for generations looked to the stars and saw hope instead of fear. And they looked to Earth as their liberator. We're getting messages from every sector, Dr. Reed reported, reading from her tablet. They're all asking the same thing. They want to join the new alliance. They want to learn from Earth. Stone walked to the chamber's great window, looking out at the stars. Send them our reply. Earth welcomes all who want to build a better galaxy. The work of building that better galaxy began immediately. Earth shared its technology freely with its new allies. Human teachers helped former slave species build their own governments. Earth's fleet patrolled space lanes that had once belonged to the Council, keeping the peace. "It's strange," Commander Wilson said as he watched ships from a dozen species dock peacefully at the former Council station. A few months ago, these species were trying to kill each other. Now they're working together. Fear divided them, Dr. Reed explained. The Council kept everyone afraid and suspicious. We showed them a better way. In the following weeks, representatives from every free world gathered at the station. They came to help shape the new galactic alliance. Earth made sure every species, no matter how small, had an equal vote. The former Council members watched in their cells as their old chamber became a place of real democracy. They saw species they had enslaved now speaking as equals. They watched Earth guide the galaxy toward unity instead of conquest. "I don't understand," the former Council leader said to Stone during a final meeting. "You have all this power now. You could rule the galaxy like we did. Why give it up?" Stone's answer was simple. "Because that's not who we are. Humans don't want to rule through fear. We want to build something better. Something that will last." 1 year after the Council's vote to conquer Earth, the galaxy had changed completely. The great empires were gone. The slave species were free. And humanity had proven itself not just powerful, but wise. "To the future," Stone said, raising a glass with representatives from 100 worlds. "To a galaxy where no species tries to dominate another, where we all reach for the stars together." The former Council had voted to dominate Earth, thinking humans were primitive and weak. Instead, they had brought about their own end and a new beginning for the galaxy. It was humanity's finest moment, not because they had won the war, but because of how they had chosen to win the peace.